If you've recently seen Obsession like the rest of the world, look at the title card. Look at the bed sheets, the way he's facing, the stripes on the wall. This is clearly the tarot card, the Nine of Swords, illustrated by Pamela Colmen Smith and directed by Arthur Edward Waite, a famous occultist, both members of the Golden Dawn. The card's title is known by tarot people as Nightmare or Anguish. It's pretty fitting for what Bear's going through right then. His cat just died, OD'd on painkillers, in his dead grandmother's house. Anguish sounds pretty accurate. Also, a tarot card in a movie about magical objects makes a lot of sense. This is a pretty obscure card. I don't think this is just a random visual reference. This is actually the key to decoding the rest of the movie, which Curry Barker's a genius for putting this much depth in hiding it just symbolically, which is what all the best directors do. And you won't notice it on a first watch. It's genius. Well, I did. I've only seen it once. But I'm going to do my best to break down into chapters what these symbolic meanings are. But there's going to be a lot of crossover. So let's start with Chapter 0, the characters. There's 4 main characters, and in a deck of cards, there's 4 suits: spades, clubs, hearts, and diamonds. Same in tarot. Spades are swords, clubs are wands, hearts are cups, and diamonds are pentacles. This is air, fire, water, and earth, or knowledge, passion, emotion, and physicality. You can look that up more, but it's in that descending order. So you can probably tell where this is going. And to give you the gist up front, major spoiler warning, swords represent death and blindness a lot of the time. Bear has death all around him. A bear is also a killer. He wears black and gray throughout the movie, which is the color of the swords. His name also rhymes with air, the element of swords. Nikki is wands. She represents passion, creativity. She wants to write a book. The name Nicole comes from Greek and means victory person. The Six of Wands card is called Victory. Bear gets her a stick as a gift. She also wears red throughout the movie. Red representing fire. Next is Sarah. She is cups or hearts. She has a heart tattoo right on her chest. She was the true love for Bear. Cups means love and emotion. The name Sarah means princess. In some tarot decks, the page is called the princess. The Page of Cups stands for unexpected connections, intuition, or new flirting. It can also mean a blocked career path. Remember, she couldn't get into college. And then there's Ian. Ian's pentacles. Pentacles are money. I wish for $1 billion. The name Ian also means the Lord is gracious, or the Lord gives you the desires of the heart. The Pamela Colmen Smith deck is based off of a painting series called The Land of Heart's Desire. Pentacles also represent down to earth, or not much emotion. In a time frame, they can mean short term, like his relationship with Nikki. Okay, I hope you're convinced, but if you're somehow not, there's way more hidden connections in the suits, specific cards, and character types. But I want to move into some connections that explain more of the lore. So, Chapter 1, Lions and Tigers and Bears. This is an accurate theory I heard earlier, that the demon in Nikki is actually Bear's cat, because she walks like a cat, she talks weird, like meowing. Her eyes shine like a cat. She's also wearing a tiger print top, and the lion is a fire sign, and the lion in the Wizard of Oz represents courage, wands. She gives Bear the tiger eye as a gift, which represents strength. So this is for sure the case. She is possessed by the cat. Someone also mentioned that this is because that's the way Bear saw love, through his cat. That's not fully true. His grandmother also died, and she loved him. Freaky Nikki also loves Bear and makes him food and stuff. In tarot, the queen represents the grandmother. So if we look at the Queen of Wands, what do we see? 2 lions fighting, a giant stick, and a cat. pretty sure this is the only tarot card with a cat on it. So my theory is that the love he was lacking from his grandmother and cat were shoved into Nikki's body through some sort of necromancy. This is also known as a curse. In tarot, a curse can be represented by a reversed card or an unnatural blockage. This card, the Hanged Man, represents making a sacrifice. And there's your willow tree once again. This is Bear, or what he's supposed to do. So yeah, the Queen of Wands upside down is our demon. It's two lions having a cat fight with a cat also inside Nikki's body. Remember the roses on the bed sheets? Here they are as Bear's grandmother's wallpaper. Also, here's Nikki gifting roses to Stella. Remember the name Stella, the cat. Chapter 2, we're going to go over the significance of the One-Wish Willow. The major arcana are a fifth set only appearing in tarot decks, not in regular decks. They represent ether. They also represent major events, turning points, and major symbols. I already showed you strength being the tiger eye, or Bear's sacrifice being the Hanged Man. Here's the first card, the Fool. Obviously, Bear, in the beginning of the movie, is the Fool. He's blindly about to walk off a cliff. This is like the pre-journey. And here's the first card in the journey, the Magician. It means taking action. And there's the wand, there's the stick, the One-Wish Willow. This card means to enact your will. And it's number 1. And look at the colors of the Magician's outfit. This is the One-Wish Willow. In an interview, Curry Barker brings up the fact that he thinks the One-Wish Willow isn't cursed, and that it's Bear's wish that is cursed.
Cursed thing, and I understand why because of the context of the movie. But the thing is, the thing that Bear wishes for is cursed. Like taking away someone's autonomy, taking away someone's self, that's cursed. Like it's
imposing your will on somebody else. This is the lesson in tarot. It's up to you to choose the direction of your own will. The next card in the journey is the High Priestess. It represents the mystery that's going to be revealed, or what's behind the curtain. And it is guarded by this lady with robes and a moon by her feet. Moon and water are connected via tides. Water is feminine, so is the moon, because of periods or whatnot. The robes are supposed to look like flowing water in this card. Boom, here's the cursed version, with Nikki and piss flowing down to her feet, waiting all day for Bear until night. So there's your curtain with the veil. There's the two pillars, or these two lights on the side. And then the moon is a different major arcana, which represents a secret battle within oneself. And there's your two dogs arguing. Chapter 3, the party scene and more major arcana. So, at Ian's house when they were having the party, Sarah is sitting to the right of Bear. She's on his right in our view. The reverse is he has to kiss the person on his left. That's the dare. Air and water are opposite signs. Then we get the Nikki monologue with the poetry, and it's about Hansel and Gretel. Hansel and Gretel are sister and brother. She says that he feels like a brother to me in the beginning of the movie. They get captured by a witch and cooked in an oven. Pretty obvious. But air and fire create an explosion. What tarot card has an explosion on it? The Tower. What game are they playing? Jenga. This also takes place right before all hell breaks loose, which is the meaning of the Tower. Chapter 4 is Stella, Sarah, and the Star. So Sarah gets accepted into art school, Luther Art School. This is a rebellious Christian named Martin Luther. So she finally had the luck. Then Nikki comes and smashes her face in on the wheel. What tarot card is the wheel? The Wheel of Fortune. Can I just say here, I thought this scene was hilarious. It was so funny. It's such the opposite of a misdirection. You're expecting it the whole time, and it still happens. Anyway, where does Nikki want to hide the body? In an instrument case. And here you go. Tarot, cups represents music. It's kind of obvious and off track, but the this represents the death card as well. If you look at the death card, the truth, which is the dead king, is covered in a blanket that sort of looks like water. And then there's a bishop, that was the Luther art school. And then there's death, the demon, and the two souls in fear at the bottom there. And then there's the tower in the back with the sun coming up. This is right where the sun rises. Then we can return to Stella the cat. Stella means star. The star in tarot is this image. It also represents Aquarius. Her foot is on water and her other foot is on land, and this is supposed to be the connection between cups and pentacles. So remember that it's a cursed wish, and the cat, Stella, would be in the reverse. So that's why the fate of Sarah and Ian end up the way that they do, because of this card. Next we can look at the fate of Bear. What is the 10th card for swords? Here you go. So obviously he had to die. He was the sacrifice. He puts the gun in his mouth. The gun, weapons, swords. He also puts the tiger eye down because he doesn't have the strength. He takes the pills in the tub. In the card, we can see that the death is right next to a river or a lake. Also, look at Bear's shirt in this scene. I know there's not 10 of them, but you get the point. Those are the spades. We get another major arcana right after this. If you look at this card, we have the devil horns as the TV, or the TV, also there's a metal rod sticking out of Bear's back. Then we have in the upper right, or left from our perspective, the packet of cigarettes. On the devil card, this is the seal of Saturn, and it also means vice, or being trapped in your vices. What is a cigarette called in Britain or over in the UK? A bundle of sticks. Sticks being the symbol for the One Wish Willow, also for vice and fire too. And then we also saw Nikki chiefing fucking ciggies at the end of the movie to act like Stella, which was another thing I thought was really funny. But if we follow that trajectory, what is Nikki's fate? The Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands, you see a guy carrying a bundle of sticks and clearly overworked and carrying a burden. Nikki now has to live the rest of her life with all of her friends dead. So that's pretty much everything I could think of off the top of my head. I probably missed some stuff, but there's definitely way more. This is like just scratching the surface. So if you guys find any, let me know in the comments. Maybe I'll collect everything and make a part 2. But what a great way to make your movie iconic. These are icons. These are all icons. Tarot is about iconography. And like, that's how you make an iconic movie. You build it out of straight iconography. Curry Barker is truly awesome. This movie is awesome. Everything about it's awesome. How it got made is awesome. Just the detail. It's awesome. It's great. Anyway, well, shameless plug here, but I have a sort of connected game about cards called Speed Poker SG on the App Store or Speed Poker on the Google Play Store. And I'm about to release a big update, so please go and download my game. It's free, there's no ads, and if you like poker or card games in general, I'm probably going to keep building on it. It's a lot of fun. It's what I do in my free time. So, yeah, go check that out, and thanks for watching.